Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Sock Talks with Sean and Joy. I hope you're all doing wonderful. And how's Sean today down there in Florida?
I'm great. A little breezy today in the high 50s. So, yeah,
Yeah.
no beach walk today. It was a dock talk today. So,
Oh, Doc talk today. Oh, that's good. That's good. So, yeah, well, here we're a little breezy too, but we're like 35 degrees. So,
yeah. Okay.
yeah, a little bit of snow, a little bit of rain, a little bit of yucky. I'd rather
Got it.
it's going to be this time of
We
year,
don't
but
have a lot of yucky down here. So,
yeah, yeah, well, okay. So, but anyway, hey, Sean, we had a big weekend, didn't we? You had a double big weekend with your family all coming in, and
yep.
pretty soon we're going to be calling Sean, Grandpa Sean. So, what are you going
Papa
to
B.
be, Grandpa or?
Papa B. You know what? It's whatever she wants to call me. I will answer. No problem.
I'll
So,
bet you will. I'll
yep.
bet you will. So that's awesome. So, and then we also had this weekend our promptings premiere at the home office and also virtual. And how exciting was that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Brand
Yeah.
new. Everybody got to see the brand new office. Had the brand new package. The coaching opportunity was rolled out. But you were live, so tell us about it. What's some of your takeaways? Give us
Oh
some of
my
your
gosh.
takeaways.
I think this is going to sound really crazy, but I'll tell you one of the biggest things when you kind of see the big scheme of everything. Of course, it was awesome being in the new office, and seeing it, but it wasn't the old office, they have such an open atmosphere in that office. And one of the things that they said to us is like, we don't have separate departments. We're all in this together. That's why the atmosphere is everybody's open. I mean, you just have desks in different places. And that was I don't think I actually would they talked about that. They had them all up on stage. I think it was the last day. I'm trying to remember. I don't even remember which day it was. I think it might have
Was
been
that
Friday
Saturday
afternoon.
afternoon or
Was
Friday
it
afternoon?
Friday or Saturday afternoon? They had the staff up there. They introduced each of them and they each had an opportunity to talk. And they just talked about how that openness. They said like it's not like you know, or you have a problem. It's not like you have a problem in this department. It's not every problem is our problem,
Okay,
and they approach it that way and they sometimes will stop what they're doing to help each other out, kind of thing. So that was kind of cool.
that's good.
See the closeness of everybody and it was but in the office where they have this whole open area, they also have a wall of windows and those windows face the mountains. And I want to tell you what, I could probably get lost every day just looking out the window and those beautiful lawns because they
Over
were,
here, huh?
yeah, yeah. What? Oh, yeah. I mean, it was just absolutely beautiful to see those mountains. Of course, we've been to Utah before this time of year, but there's so much snow on the mountains,
Was
not so
there?
much on the
Nice.
land. We had snow a couple of days, but the mountains were just like full white,
Right.
and it was
Very
just
cool.
absolutely gorgeous. It was really a beautiful. You can see where that can
Cody
lead.
probably had that plan. Cue the snow on Tuesday, so they're snow covered. Yes, they did.
Yeah, yeah. That was really nice. And walking through the warehouse, you kind of thought where they produce all the cards, and you'll see videos for those. You just keep watching what other people are posting, and I'm sure there's going to be videos out there, a lot of taping going on. Um, I don't know whether I expected it to be bigger or not. It's really not bigger. It's just and when you look at the magnitude you hear the magnitude of the cards that are being sent, and then you see the equipment, it's like all this happens in
Right.
this little space. It's just like really cool. But I know that when we toured through and where all the gifts are, it's the building is very tall, and what their plan is to have the gifts stack up. They're going to be able to stock so many more gifts by having the
Just the
lifts
height.
and everything and just
Okay.
going up with everything instead of out with everything, kind of thing. So it was
Until the person's like, they want what one? Oh crap.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. So it was just like really
Well,
neat.
you look at Amazon warehouses. They're,
Yeah.
2, 3 stories sometimes, and all the stuff for fulfillment is
Yeah.
stacked. Yeah, makes sense.
So it's like really something that way too. And this is the first, I mean, many times I've walked through the office and everything, and they've had the machines running, but this was the first time the machines were running on a schedule. You know, you were seeing everybody's cards come through, and people were picking out like, oh, there's my card,
Hey,
you
there's
know.
my car.
And I think it was, I forget who it was, actually took a picture on Facebook I saw, and she says, this is my card. I just did this card, you know, and was able to pull it up. And somebody else saw the return address for one of the other affiliates that were there and just, hey,
Very
come over
cool.
here, look at it, you know. So it was kind of cool, you know, seeing all that kind of stuff happen. And the way they designed everything, where we sat was like, we were right in the warehouse, but they had, I don't know, sheeting or whatever they had up against the walls temporarily, and behind all those walls was the machines,
No, nice.
you know. So,
Yeah.
and to do that, and we had an opportunity one night to walk through there at night when the machines weren't running, and they only did that just that Cody describes it, you know, at one point, that he did that when you hear the music and everybody chattering inside there, but then all you see is the darkness and the lights shining through certain places, you know. And he says, it's just an awesome feeling. So he gave us all the opportunity to kind of do that ourselves.
Neat.
But it was cool. It was kind of
Cool.
cool seeing that, you know, that way too. And where they had us staying was like 2 miles from the facility.
Okay.
You still had to find transportation. That 2 miles is a long 2 miles when you're, or 3 miles, I guess it was. In the winter, nobody's gonna be walking,
Right.
you know, kind of thing. So, but they did it up. It's just really a big developed area there. A lot of stuff gonna be happening there,
Yeah.
and they're good. But it
Very
was
cool.
nice to hear the connection. If you had a chance to watch it, that and you'll see other videos. They had sayings all the way
Yeah, I
across
saw that.
us, you know, where promptings powered by Send Out Cards. I think that's I know that's something that's probably gonna be my next business card, you know, for business name, promptings, and then dot 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 powered by Send Out Cards, you know, kind of thing. That was kind of cool. And the 3 A's of act, appreciate, and attract.
Hmm.
Act on your promptings, appreciate others, and it'll attract prosperity.
Yeah.
So that was kind of, and those are there. And then the one wall had the whole process, and you can see this is how Cody says about how his mind works. You know, talks about your thoughts and your action, you know, and all that in the process of acting on your promptings. So it's on the other wall. So kind of
Yeah.
cool. It was nice. It was nice seeing everybody. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
some
I'm
people
sure.
haven't seen for 3 years. You know, some of us have seen each other, you know, at
Right.
other
A couple
opportunities
times, but
a couple
not
times,
as many.
not as many as that. No.
Good.
And it's always to be in the room and feeling the energy and feeling the vibration, so to speak, you know, of everybody, and being a part of all that was, you know, it
Well,
was,
just,
we
you
missed
know,
it.
I had Amberly there new, and it's just it's real, and to get to meet these people, and she said even the people that she's spoken to in customer service were there and put a, you know, face to the name, and you know, have a conversation and meet people, and you know, just it just makes it real. You realize you're not out here by yourself, or it's
Yes,
just you and some, you know,
yes,
your team here, and no, the live events, I don't think they'll ever go away like that. The
no,
bigger ones like that.
no,
Um, so,
yeah, yeah,
and we have some new stuff, but you shouldn't be doing anything different that you know you did prior to the promptings premiere. Is just keep sharing it with people, and you know, and really asking. You know, I find the great question is how do you see yourself using send out cards
absolutely. Yep, yep. What is
after they send
it?
the card? How do you see yourself using it? Well, great. Let me show you. And I love that we took away the 147 and 247, so it just eliminates that confusion. And do you want to send one-to-one cards, or do you want to send a group? Do you want to do both? Do you want to have
Mhm.
somebody help you? Oh, well, we've got a package for that. So I don't
Yeah,
think we shouldn't be doing anything different. Don't freeze because we added a couple things. That's the
yeah,
worst thing you could do.
yeah, yeah.
Just be
Yeah.
consistent, and we're all learning. Well, we're all learning it, you know,
Mhm.
at the same time.
Yeah, and
So
I think it's so key, and you know, I've talked about this before on this, is like, you know, you gotta find out what your client wants. You know, you gotta find out in the conversation before you start doing anything, what it is they're looking for. Hey, you know, you reached out to me. What is it that, you know, attracted you to send out cards? What
right,
do you know already? You know, or, you know, how do you see, what do you want to do this? And as you're going along, you've asked like, well, how many people do you have? You know, how many people do you want to reach out to? You know, and yeah, get all of that. And all of that's in your mind when you're getting ready to let them send that free
Yeah,
card.
they're
So that when
telling
you
you,
come out of that,
they don't know, but they're telling you, and you're going to leave by what you told me, this one and this. That's what you should do.
mhm. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So you're kind of getting that. Now I've got a different rule of thought on that too. And I want to get to the point where the first thing I do offer is that 497 and back down. And kind of only because again, it's based on what they're saying. If they tell me they want to do the Cinnabar, they tell me they have a contact base of 200 people,
Right.
and they want to send thank you cards and they want to touch them 2 or 3 times a year. I'm going right to that. And I said,
Right.
well, and I've kind of like look, and I haven't had the opportunity. I've talked to some people, but I haven't like put these thoughts into place with it. But it's kind of like based on what you're telling me, I'm going to show you what we have all bundled together for you that'll get you up and running in the next week and a
And
week,
it's going to save you money.
and it's going to save you money, and I'll say, I said, there might be other options out here for you, but let me show you this first,
Right.
and I'm going to go right to that kind of like, shooting for the star, yeah, the moon, and you might land on the stars.
Well, it's like a restaurant when they have their wine list. They don't list cheapest to most expensive.
Right,
It's either mixed or it starts at the most and
right,
goes ascending order.
right,
That's right.
exactly. So I know that's
Yeah.
kind of the way,
And you'll get
but
your routine. You'll get your routine as you do it a couple times. So
yep, exactly, exactly. And I really think that, when you look at everything in that package, I think two things that are going to stick out to people. Number one, somebody's going to do it all for them. I mean, that virtual assistant. And we've always had that before, but there's something different now about having it in that package.
right.
It just adds so much value to that packaging. You're going to have it. And I think the other thing too, this training portal that's coming out to us, they're going to have access to that forever.
Right. Yep.
So they're going to have a means. Yeah, we have the resource center, but click here, click here, click here, do
Right.
this, kind of thing. But now it's kind of like they're going to have their own little place, their own little portal, their own little place. Like, boy, I remember us talking about in the training about these campaign cards. Where are they at? Let me go back here and click this and see.
And it
Uh,
just takes, and we should be directing people there, not trying to explain it, which
mhm.
we don't,
I know we do.
Yep.
We've been coaches a long time, Sean.
Oh, we're
You
getting
know,
paid for what we've been doing. I mean, great.
thanks for being that coach, kind of thing. So I think there's a lot of value that's going to come in this portal when it comes out there.
Yep.
And, the virtual assistant, I think is going to be such a, like, hey, why do you want to do this? As soon as someone starts talking about, I want to download my account. Well, we can do all this for you. Yeah, you can figure it out.
And you know what? They made down, and we all know, and Cody's talked about this. Once their contacts are in, you're good.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that honestly, your first appointment, once you get through the coaching, and you can just say, look, contact the virtual assistant today, get that set up because
Mhm.
they will have it done in a day or two, and now we're up and running.
Yes, exactly.
And if you need help with me making a card for but yeah, and then go check out the campaign store at the same time while you're doing on that and get some ideas on what kind of cards you want to send for
Mhm.
your stay top of mind. And if you
Yeah.
want to use those campaign cards, use those campaign cards. You bought them. It comes with that. So you're right.
Yeah.
It's just, and then, once they start using it, and like I met with somebody today and I said, look, he does lighting for homes here in Florida and does, and very high end. And I'm like, once you do one on the street, and what he does better than anybody else is he'll go at nighttime and kind of mock it up so they can see the end product.
Right. Right.
And then I said, I'm kind of taking Jay McHugh's thing and saying, look, if you got a street and as you're driving in, 5 or 6 of those houses are dark. Once you're done, send them a card. Now you have prospects. They don't have lights. Try it for a year with 3 cards or 4 cards, and then see what your ROI is on that. So it's just planting seeds, even after they get started, and
Yeah.
they're planting seeds on ways to use. We all know. So give them ideas. Don't hide
Yeah.
them. Don't keep them a secret.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why I think this portal's good too, because as we were recording this, that's what Cody wanted us to focus on is that, give them ideas, give them examples, give them stories,
Absolutely.
because, we all can figure out how to do some things,
Right.
but people ideas. So it's all good. So,
All right.
I'm
Perfect.
excited. I'm
All right.
excited with what's
Stay
coming.
consistent, everybody. Don't freeze. Keep sharing. Plug in that 497 package before, after, middle. Make sure you're showing it.
Yeah.
We're going to get more tools for that. We've already been told that they'll, from your GS Pro, you'll probably be able to share something. It'll, so we're getting more tools. As
Yeah, yeah, we'll get more as
their
it goes
priorities
forward.
get the training portal done for us, so
Yeah,
we can coach
yeah.
people.
Yeah, and I don't know, Sean, I don't know if you noticed on yours, and for those of you that had that question is, I'm already on a 97, or my customer's already on a 147. What happens? The 147 is considered an unlimited account, just like the 97, and it reflects right on the front of your dashboard. Instead
Yeah,
of
the
saying
difference.
497, it takes the $50,
Yeah.
just take $50 off if you're already on one. So it's reflected right on there. So cool stuff.
Yep.
All around.
All righty.
So
Have a
awesome.
great weekend.
Well, thank you. You do the same. Let's rock this. And Coach Sean, have a great one.
You too, Coach Joy.
All right. See you, everybody. Bye-bye.
See you later. Bye-bye.